Guys, I'm absolutely battered. I'm so tired, bro. I'm so tired. I've been ill for like a week or so. I've still been pushing through as much as I can. Feeling a bit stressed, not because I've had too much on, but because I know I'm not doing the things that I know I need to be doing. But it's difficult to do the things that I know I need to be doing when I'm not feeling up to it. And so today, I've literally just come on the camera now. I'm not going to be speaking about anything too tough, anything, too specific. I'm literally just going to be telling you how I feel. Which I also think is missing. I feel like social media and personal brands and people miss this, right? They just show the surface level. They just show the ups, right? The highlight reels. That's why they could literally called highlight reels. But they never just showed them how they're feeling. I'm just not feeling up to it, bro. I'll be so honest. I'm currently parked up outside the gym. I've been sitting in the car now for maybe, I don't know, 35, 40 minutes. And mate, I just don't want to go in. I just don't want to. I'm going to go in. I'm going to go to the spa. I'm going to have a big sweat sesh. I'm going to hit the ice bath, and I'm going to have a good night's sleep tonight and get back to work tomorrow. But I think I'm at the point now where I'm physically feeling okay. I've still got a bit of a headache, but I'm physically feeling okay. But I'm still left with that mental fatigue of when you're feeling ill. I'm still left with that like mental fog about, I've got to get back to work. I've got to carry on. I've actually got things to do and responsibilities and businesses to run. Like, it's crazy that, isn't it? Why can't we just, why can't these things just do themselves? Yeah, why can't these things just do themselves? Why is it that when I want a goal, if I've got a goal, why is it that I have to actually put in work? It's funny that, innit? Or why is it that, I want to write a book? Well, I've got to write. It's crazy that, isn't it? Or I want to make some more money. Oh, it's so interesting that in wanting to make some more money, I've got to actually go out and try and make more. It's funny, innit, that how if we want to achieve things, we actually have to put in the work. I don't know who designed it that way, but they need a serious talking to, mate, because it can be a lot sometimes, can't it? It can be a lot, right? And I think a lot of people in this life, unfortunately, they do have goals and they do have milestones and they do have ideas and they do have, they have an idea of themselves of who they want to be, but that's all it ever is. It's only ever an idea, And then they get to a certain age when they're older and they realise that they never actually put any action to it. And then they wonder why it never happened. And, today is day 310 of me making a YouTube video every single day for 365 days and seeing where God takes me. And I've really realised over the last 310 days how much can happen in a year. If you actually go out and do things, the opportunities are everywhere. Seek and ye shall find, knock on the doors and the doors shall be opened, bro. They are everywhere. Experiences are everywhere. People are everywhere. Go and speak to someone, right? It's mental, mate. What can be ignited from one random conversation? I mean, a while ago, and this is a while ago, when I was doing a lot more kind of ghostwriting, and when I was writing my books before I was a life coach, I went into the sauna one day, right? And I got chatting to this guy, and he asked me, what do I do? And I said, I'm an author. I write books. And he said, that's interesting. I'm currently writing my own book. And after getting chatting, I actually helped him ghostwrite a big chunk of his book, which I got paid for. If I would have never had that conversation, that would have never happened. And so it just goes to show, absolutely, there's so much out there, bro. So much out there. And if you just put one step forward, and then another one, and then another one, and then another one, you can cover a lot of distance if you just keep doing it. The problem is a lot of people see this first step and they think, that's not going to get me anywhere. It might not seem it, right? Because it might only get you 1 foot. But if you take that first step, that's everything in a way. If you're not willing to take that first step, well, what are you expecting to change, It's kind of, I don't really have much else to say in today's video. I really don't want to force it. I don't want to force to say anything because, you know, this is just how it is. I've been feeling a bit ill. I've not been too well. I've had a few days off last week. I've been off work for a little bit, you know, literally just the last week or so. But I'm excited to just get back to work. I'm excited to get back to it. I genuinely, 5 or 6 years ago, I would love sleeping in. I would hate waking up in the morning, right? I just absolutely dread going to school, going to sixth form. I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to do anything. And now, bro, I don't like going to bed because I just can't wait to wake up and crack on with my day. Wake up, have my coffee, get on with my work, go out to these opportunities, meet new people, take some calls, make my videos, see what comes up, see who I can help. You know, it's just like, I'm so excited to just get on with my life now. This week's been a bit slow, but it's in these, you know, sometimes you need these slow weeks. Sometimes you need these slow weeks because it's in these slow weeks that we have doubts that then bring questions, that then sometimes we need these questions in order to realize some things that we didn't realize we needed to realize. And you know, it's in these doubts, it's in these questions, it's in these slow weeks, it's in these difficult times that we either are drawn back to the goals, drawn back to God, and put back on the path with a newfound motivation to push, with a newfound discipline to just keep going. And your purpose is even bigger this time. Or we use it to complain, to play the victim card, and to think, oh, it's never going to work. You know, I'm feeling off today. So I'm feeling off today, so I may as well feel off tomorrow. And because I'm feeling off tomorrow, I may as well feel off next week. I may as well never actually do anything to better myself. I may as well just stay still. And then when you're still, when you're not putting any steps forward, when you're not going out and getting it, what happens is you stay stagnant, the life around you continues to move, and you're left behind, you're drowned, you're overwhelmed, you're feeling like there's the weight of the world on your shoulders, and you wonder why. It's because you're not moving. You haven't been moving, you've just been still. You've been stagnant. You're not doing anything, right? Imagine how different your life would look in a year from now if you just worked on your mental, your physical, your spiritual, your financial, your professional. If you just worked on one idea, you'd get it done. If you wanted to learn a language, if you wanted to learn an instrument, if you wanted to train for a marathon, if you wanted to train strength training, if you wanted to start your own business, imagine where it would be in a year's time from now. A lot of people imagine these things, but they don't actually put any action to it, and that is the problem. So, I don't actually even know what I've spoken about in this video. I don't even know where I began. But I guess to end it off, I'd just say, if you're currently not feeling too good, if you're feeling a little bit off, if you're feeling a little bit unaligned, use this time to be drawn back to the goal, to be drawn back to God, to be drawn back to the realization that in order to feel fulfilled, we need to keep taking these steps forward. With all that being said, I better wake myself up and get me sent into the gym. God bless. Subscribe for more.